We're tracking a spike in people Googling DACA and 7-Eleven as they try to find out more about a controversial immigration ruling and a series of raids carried out by ICE. The terms among the hottest searches in Georgia right now? Well, Chris Hopper is in our newsroom. He's breaking down the headlines and why these stories could be a very big deal for our state.
Well, Jeff, it's clear people want to know what happened inside of these 7-Elevens across the country. That's why we're talking about it here tonight, despite the fact that there's not a store in the state of Georgia.
As a matter of fact, the closest 7-Eleven is in Seneca, South Carolina, 114 miles from here. But that hasn't stopped people in Georgia from Googling it. Here's what happened. ICE says it served notices to 98 7-Eleven franchise stores across the country. 21 immigrants suspected of being here illegally were arrested. ICE says it's a follow-up to a 2013 investigation to make sure 7-Eleven is hiring legal workers. Now tonight, ICE Deputy Director Thomas Holman says businesses that hire illegal workers are a pull factor for illegal immigration, and we're working hard to remove this magnet. ICE will continue its efforts to protect jobs for American workers by eliminating unfair competitive advantages for companies that exploit illegal immigration. Could we see similar raids here in Georgia? It's unclear. But 2014 Pew Research numbers show there are 375,000 undocumented immigrants in Georgia. The American Immigration Council says in 2014, undocumented immigrants made up 5.2% of the state's workforce. Google Trends show people in Georgia also want to know more about DACA, an immigration policy affecting people who enter the country as minors. Tuesday night, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to revive part of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. Back in September, President Trump put a stop to that program. Tuesday night's change means people already covered under DACA can go ahead and submit their renewal applications. And remember, DACA participants are immigrants brought here illegally before their 16th birthday. There are more than 24,000 DACA participants in the state of Georgia. That's the 9th most nationally. Jessica Colodal, a Kennesaw State graduate and one-time poster child for President Obama's DREAM Act, weighed in on this latest change. She once lost her DACA status before it was reinstated.
It was definitely a small victory. We really need Congress to act on legislation so that we can have a permanent solution.
The DACA case will now work its way through the courts. Tonight, President Trump says he won't sign an immigration bill unless he gets something in return.
It's got to include the wall. We need the wall for security. We need the wall for safety. We need the wall for stopping the drugs from pouring in.
Chris, there has been a lot of talk about this wall, but there has not been a lot of progress, with the price tag, of course, being one of the biggest obstacles. What's the latest on the cost to build?
So, Jeff, we know that NBC News reported on Friday that the Department of Homeland Security is asking for $18 billion to complete it. The president keeps saying that somehow Mexico will pay for this wall, but for now, they're asking Congress for the money.
All right, we'll see what happens in all of that. One of the great questions in American life these days. Chris, thank you.